Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. I got a couple minutes, so I'm going to do a small video for you, a little bit of my childhood memories. So, I'm going to play some music in the background. This one's called Earthbound, Four Sides. So, I want to talk today about one of my favorite things was growing up in special education and life skills was to go to the stores and the schools when they did junior high. And I used to wander around. I used to go all over the place. Clothes places for, looking at bras and panties to video games. People said, oh, well, we need to do this research on, tools on, machetes and sledgehammers. It really didn't impress me. It's like, oh, yeah, well, when we had to go to a hardware store, it was like, I do the job that they put me in, which was stupid things like find this deal or find that deal, mark it off your list. It's like, what's the point of this? It's life skills. But I liked, the way things looked. I liked going to the mall, going into the game stores when we did. Or, growing up, my mom would take us clothes shopping, like I said. I'd go to the game stores. I didn't really interest in clothes, but I had to have clothes. My sister said, oh, you look cute, and blah, 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 blah. My favorite time was Christmas time. We'd go there, and instead of my mom buying things, she'd go store to store to store in the malls, getting ideas of what we wanted. We'd tell them. We'd walk into a store, we'd look around. My favorite was Toys R Us and KB Toys. I mean, those were the two main toy stores in the mall, and those were really good times, and I really enjoyed it because of it was just so much fun, and that's why I decided to share with you some of it. The gaming part was really good. NES, Super NES. I mean, I love the gaming times of my history and my past, I mean, I remember getting my Motorola flip phone, and I just loved it. Or later, the block phones, I mean, more portability, stuff like that. It was just ideal, G.I. Joe, aircraft carrier, big things that were huge and would take up half the living room, Like the space shuttle idea thing my mom got me. The hassle to put it together was another thing. Growing up in the middle of the time, Mom says, oh, the coffee pot's old. I bought a new one. You can have your the old one. Got a little refrigerator in my room, a little microwave, a little coffee pot. Stuff like that was just fun, Middle of the night, I'd be sitting there, bed. I had a tent put on my bed. A dome tent set up. I'd sleep inside it. It was great. No one bothered me. I mean, yeah, it was a great, great time in my life, I wanted a tent bed, so I got a tent bed. It was just, growing up was an interesting time, Going trick-or-treating, Brothers, we'd all load up, except brothers and stuff like that. I always tried to go as a girl, but it never sometimes worked out. I mean, we all had our own different ways of doing things, and I enjoyed my past, I mean, over the years, you think about how crappy sometimes your life is. I remember layaway one time when we got into my mom got her mobile home. I was kind of bummed. I was like, didn't get to see my stepfather. But I called him all the time and says, oh yeah, I'm bummed or I'm this. My mom got the mobile home for me. She was like, this will be Rita's one day. Well, didn't work out because of problems. Mom got sick and we didn't know about it. Well, we got out of it and, But I had to rebuild, and coffee. I had to rebuild, and let me tell you, it was an interesting thing, you know. And now, if it wasn't for Brother Aaron, I wouldn't have him to thank for hot foods. I used to shun hot foods, but now I could sit there and eat a roasted jalapeno on a park barbecue and just enjoy myself. It's like the most tastiest thing in the world, you know. And then there's other tasty foods, you know. I mean, at one time I wouldn't even think of hot links. Now it's like, I'll take the hot links. Oh, I'll take this. Or buffalo wings. I remember one time Aaron said at the grocery store, "You're not ready for the extra hot buffalo sauce." I bought it and I said, "Mix it." I ate it that night and I said, "I need more." He's like, "More?" I went to frickin' the store, picked up more buffalo wings. I said, "Give him." He made more. And afterwards I said, "Give me more." He just looked at me. I think we went 3 times to the store for more wings. By the time we got done, I had my fill. He had his fill. Let me tell you, it was great. So, I used to love the game stores. I used to love getting the game magazines and the game catalog. You know, it says, "Oh, these are what you can get for these games." I used to love, you know, going to Chuck E. Cheese once in a while. Stuff like that. I mean, who wouldn't? Chuck E. Cheese I outgrew. Toys R Us was a big disappointment the last time I went there. Once they started changing things, it'd be like, "I'm sorry, sir, you can't take your little Percy in there." It's like, "Well, I don't want my business then." So, all in all, you know, I was a rascal at times, but I had a good life for the most part, so far, you know. Camping, I used to love to go camping, you know. When I was in Australia, I'd go out all the time on adventures, you know. We'd go to the game stores first. The waifu at the time was like, "No, you're not going to." And so we went there, and then we got games, and then I got her into games, and we had more games, and we had more games. So I loved her very much. I remember my birthday present. She got me a nice, huge desk, bigger than hers. And she's like, "Fitz, I hope you appreciate it." I mean, I love Fiona. And it's great, you know. It has been very great. I mean, having Aaron in my life, having Moppy in my life, and seeing my mother go to a better world. Telling Mom I was going to be the one that takes care of her. All this went for a reason. So, I just got to say, in my opinion, it's been a blessing. And even though, like I said in my last video, I lost everything I owned, I'm still rebuilding. I mean, there's things that I want that I don't really need. But you know what? That is going to be part of Living Simply and Fun tonight's video, because I'll explain a few things too on the list I'm working on here with Aaron, you know. So, and you know, I like sharing my music with you as well. So, anyways, this is called the Hotel Remix from Earthbound. I love the music, so you know. I just want to say that I was motivated to do some of these videos about my past because people say, "Oh, well, I live in a castle pretty much." But I've had a hard life too at times. Not just because I'm disabled and being transsexual, but because, for one, I was picked on. I was called the little girl, the faggot, the queer, the homo, the one that wasn't going to get anyone. And now, thinking about last night, I didn't sleep well last night. I just want to laugh at all these people's faces when I said, you know, when I went to TransPassion, I didn't know what I was thinking. But you know what? I ended up with a decent friend, a decent partner that wants to share my life with me, and I want to share my life with her. 3 years ago, we did our marriage vows online, and I was just thinking, even though we have to cleave with each other in the Bible to become one flesh, I realized I have to be there for Angela, even if she's in Kentucky. You know, sometimes I get kind of cranky, you know, where she's online and she answers like every half hour, but hey, to each their own. So, anyways, I'm going to put together a Christmas video soon. That's another one of my hobbies I like, putting these videos together for you, the viewer. Soon I got to do some other stuff, but that'll be in my video vlog for tonight. I just want to say my past has been interesting, to say the least. And I'm getting to the point in my life where I want to share some of my memories with you. And I will, over the course of time. I will talk about one of my happy places in the next video that I put together for my memories, because it's one of my happy places. And I always have dreams about it when I sleep at times. I'm hoping Angela and I can make some new happy places to be in my heart and soul, because, well, you know. Anyways, everything will go according to plan. I believe today's my niece's birthday, so I know she's not watching, but happy birthday to you, Lex. It's interesting seeing you be 19 years old, and I'm married to a 22-year-old. Go figure. It's my nephew. He just turned 22 this year, so makes me wonder where the time's gone. Now it's my turn to be happy and raise my own family soon. So with that said, please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments in the box if you like. And please add me as a friend if you like. Thank you, and have a nice day.